So we've come to the end of our time in Bulgaria. We're actually leaving today. And I thought we'd do a little update about how the IVF went and things, because obviously that was the main reason, well, the only reason that we came here. So in the 2.5 months that we've been here, I've injected myself 52 times. I've had approximately 15 blood draws. I've had 3 anaesthetics to be put to sleep. And I've had about 6 COVID antigen tests. So it's safe to say that I've been through quite a lot, but so has Ewan as well. You know, psychologically, IVF it's a tough thing to go through. Physically for me, with all the hormones, but also, on a psychological and emotional level, it's really tough too. So, in terms of how it's gone for us, obviously if you watched a previous video, you'll know that the first cycle that we had didn't go very well. We actually only ended up with 1 embryo that was genetically tested and unfortunately came back abnormal. The second cycle went a little bit better and we got a lot more eggs, but unfortunately only half of them fertilised, so we were left with 5 embryos. Of those 5, 4 made it to be genetically tested, and unfortunately all 4 again were abnormal. I guess this is the time to say that probably the reason for the abnormalities is age related. We are having another kind of additional test done to just double check that that is the case and that there's nothing underlying with either of us. But yeah, the chances are that it is down to age, unfortunately. So a few days ago I had my last egg collection, and this was my last ever egg collection. It was egg collection number 7. So that one went quite well. I had slightly less medication because the doctor didn't want to kind of overdo it, because obviously this is my 3rd one back to back. But we got 8 eggs, and of those 8 eggs, 7 of them fertilised. And as we leave Bulgaria now, it's 3 days since the egg collection, and at the moment all 7 of them are still growing. So over the next few days we'll find out if any of those 7 have made it to get tested, and if they do, then we will then have to wait another week or 2 to find out if any of them are genetically normal. It's hard to still be hopeful after all the kind of disappointment that we've had, and we have now kind of tested quite a few embryos and they've all been abnormal, so it's hard to kind of still believe that one of these ones could be normal. Obviously we really hope that there is a normal one, but we'll just have to see. So when this video comes out, we will know the results, so we'll pop it down there and you'll be able to see what the outcome was. We'll see. We've really enjoyed our time here in Bulgaria. We really have. To be able to spend 2.5 months in a different country and just solely focus on the IVF treatment without having to work at the same time has really been just so good for us. But there's no denying that going through this treatment is hard going, and we're both tired. And not only is IVF tough, emotionally and physically, it's also really hard financially because it's not cheap to do. And as I said, we've had 7 rounds of IVF, so we have spent a lot of money on it. And we just kind of figured, we've spent so much of our savings on something that's brought us no joy. It's just really brought us heartache. That we thought, why not just spend the rest of our savings on something that is actually going to bring us happiness? We had a bit of a dilemma to make about what to do next. It's tricky with COVID because back home in Scotland, hotel quarantine is still happening. It's very, very expensive, and we just didn't think it would be good for us to kind of have to go back and stay in a hotel room for 2 weeks and spend so much money. And we just thought if we were going home with bad news, it would just be too unbearable. So we had to think about what we could do, and unfortunately we can't really stay much longer in Bulgaria, which is a shame because there's so much more of this country that I want to see. and we've only scratched the surface. You know, we've literally only been here in Veliko Tarnovo, and I know there's so many other brilliant places to go. So we really do want to come back in the not too distant future and definitely do some more traveling around Bulgaria. But in terms of where we're going next, we had to think about it. We looked at flights to see where we could get to from here. It's always been a dream of mine to go to the Maldives and also Sri Lanka. We actually had planned to get married in Sri Lanka a couple of years ago, but unfortunately I miscarried a IVF pregnancy and we weren't able to go. So it kind of feels like now is maybe the right time to do that. Obviously with COVID, yeah, it's not ideal, so we've had to weigh a lot of things up, but we've decided that that's what we're going to do. So we found pretty reasonable flights to the Maldives, and we're not staying in any kind of like luxury resorts. We're kind of just staying on a local island. It's actually very good value. So we're going there, and then we're going to go on to Sri Lanka. So we also thought that by doing this travelling, we can obviously keep the vlog going as well, which is something that's been really kind of good for us. Like, it's been a really like creative outlet while we've been going through this. So we continue to keep doing that. I just think that we've been going through infertility now for the last 5 years, and it's really tough. Anyone that's been through it will know. It really kind of grates at you and really kind of knocks at your psyche and your confidence, and it's tough, yeah. And especially knowing that we might have gone through all this and we still aren't going to have a family is pretty devastating. So we need a bit of time out to just kind of heal from what we've been through and make some plans for going forward in the future and the next chapter of our lives, because we want to get off this IVF roller coaster now. We've been on it for so long. So that is our exciting news that we're going to the Maldives. Please keep watching this vlog, because the next vlog will be from there. And I just want to say thanks again for everyone that's been watching the vlogs and for all your messages of support and things. It really does mean a lot to us. So yeah, if you're enjoying the vlogs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in a week's time.